Oh, hi! It's been a while since we last met. I have a question for you. What would you think if I said the word Nano World? Is Nano World exist? Does it help or bad for our planet? I think that questions comes to your mind also, but we will help you to solve these questions.
First, let us know what Nano World is. Welcome to the Nano World, a realm so tiny yet so powerful. It's reshaping our future. It is existing to our world, giving solutions for a better tomorrow. The study of Nano World at the scale of nanometers, the size of a million times smaller than a grain of sand. It is called nanoscience. At this scale, materials behave in extraordinary ways, unlocking possibilities that were once beyond our imagination.
There are two methods in building up and manipulating nanotechnology. The first one is the top-bottom approach and the second one, the bottom-up approach. The top-bottom approach is a physical process where the large object is reduced in dimensions and contains ultrafine micro of materials using lithography and epitaxy. Next one, the bottom-up approach is a chemical process where different materials and devices are constructed from molecular components on their own which don't require any agent to assemble them. They chemically assemble themselves by recognizing the molecules of their own type. This approach starts by collection and combination of atoms and molecules to build complex structures.
Now that we know the study, we should also know the product of the study, which is nanotechnology. Nanotechnology harnesses these discoveries to create innovative solutions. It's revolutionizing medicine, energy, agriculture, and even our environment. Now that we know about the magic of nanotechnology, we must know what are the costs of nanotechnology. Even though it is full of thing about the magic of nanotechnology, selling and creating it for materials and items in the real world might be so expensive. First factor, why it is expensive is that the materials needed in nanotechnology. 1 milligram of a gold nanoparticles were reaching $80 and compared to a gold cost around $50. Second factor is the operational cost in creating nanotechnology. It is essential to consider that in distribution from procurement or synthesis of nanomaterials. The energy required, such as photocatalysis, treatments using nanoparticles, and labor. On the other hand, based on Crane and Scott 2012, the nanomaterials price or cost depends on its material type and desired future, mostly like purity level, weight, or weight percent. Surface functionalization and its particle size, the TiO2 nanoparticles cost range from $0.03 per gram to $1.21 per gram, and on its treatment expenses, the cost ranges from $0.50 to $1.00 per gram of pollution. The cost of nano-zero valence iron or NZVI particles has a cost around $0.05 to $0.10 per gram. The cost of it has decreased due to advancements in manufacturing technology. However, in terms of manufacturing costs, micro and bulk zero-valent iron remain considerable more affordable. The other materials from 2017 such as carbon nanotubes, gallium antimonide, and gallium arsenide, and iron oxide and fullerenes, etc., reached the amount from 704 to 5,740. From 2017, expect an increasing price of materials, like in 2023, the US nanomaterials market was valued at 3.03 billion in 2023 and is projected to expand at a compound annual growth rate or CAGR of 14.0% from 2024 to 2030.
Now that we know about the cost of nanotechnology in our modern days, we must know what are the advantages of nanotechnology in our nation. Nanotech innovates a lot of electronic products in the contemporary world. The example of electronic products that nanotech produce are this, and this. Additionally, nanotech develops more effective energy producing, absorption of energy, and energy storing products which are smaller and efficient devices possible to thanks to nanotech. Furthermore, nanotubes, aerogels, and nanoparticles are examples of the materials for industrial purposes. They are stronger, durable, lighter materials, and compared to the other products that we are created by the nanotech. And the nanotech in education focuses on the areas such as tissue regeneration, bone repair, immunity, and even the cure ailments such as cancer, diabetes, and other life-threatening diseases.
Speaking of medication, there are many problems and challenges we face in contemporary world. First is pandemics, as global disease outbreaks. Example of it is COVID-19. Next is environment factors. Because of climate change, the disasters and natural hazards are even more powerful than before. The spread of diseases also. Next is economic disparities and access to healthcare. There are many people who are lacking in health education and healthcare. Lastly is non-communicable disease. According to WHO, the mortality rate of non-communicable diseases such as heart disease, stroke, cancer, and diabetes is 70% and 85% on premature non-communicable diseases.
We can say that the world has a lot of problems in terms of health. But in this video, we were gonna talk about the medication that has been new in this time, but it can make a solution in terms of medication. Introducing gene therapy. Gene therapy represents a transformative approach in medicine, utilizing genetic materials to treat or prevent diseases by modifying the underlying genetic defects. Gene therapy works by adding new copies of genes that are broken or by replacing the defective or missing gene in a patient's cell with a healthy version of that gene. There are successful cases that gene therapy cures such as immune deficiencies, hereditary blindness, hemophilia, blood diseases, fat metabolism disorder, cancer, and Parkinson's disease. To know more about gene therapy, there are two types of gene therapy: the somatic gene therapy and the germline gene therapy. Somatic gene therapy modifies the genetic material of somatic cells, which are cells that do not produce sperm or eggs. The changes are limited to the individual patient and cannot be passed on to their descendants. Somatic therapies can be directed at specific tissues, allowing for localized treatment of diseases such as cancer, and it is subjected to established regulations, minimizing ethical concerns compared to germline editing. However, its effectiveness is often restricted to specific conditions, primarily monogenic disorders, and achieving efficient and targeted gene delivery remains a significant challenge. And now, the germline gene therapy modifies the genetic material of sperm or egg cells, which are known as gametes. The changes are passed onto the offspring and are therefore genetically transferred. Germline editing can potentially eradicate hereditary diseases, providing a long-term solution for future generations. It can address a wide range of genetic disorders, theoretically applicable to all monogenic diseases. Nonetheless, high rates of off-target effects and chromosomal instability pose risks that are less acceptable in unborn individuals, and they have potential for unintended consequences in future generations, raises significant ethical issues. Somatic gene therapy focuses on treating existing conditions without altering the germline, while germline therapy aims to correct genetic defects that can be inherited.
Now, let's view what are the benefits of gene therapy. It is possible to consider gene therapy as an option for medication of diseases. Without treatment, many diseases and disorders lead to disability or even premature death. With gene therapy, research shows that the progression of these conditions have slowed down or even stopped. If you receive gene therapy earlier in your treatment, it can prevent any damage before it occurs. Though research is still underway to show to what extent gene therapy may reverse damage. Lastly, gene therapy makes it possible to create treatments that can specifically target any of the genes in your body.
Conclusions. The Nano World and its technologies are more than just tiny wonders. They are strong instruments that can contribute to the development of a better future for our world. In incredible ways, nanotechnology is transforming industries in the environment, energy, and medicine, like excessive expresses and moral dilemmas. Particularly in gene therapy, these technologies remain extreme with development, gene therapy, and nanotechnology may be able to address many of the greatest environmental and health issues facing the entire world. We can exchange lives and build a better world for the coming generation by founding these innovations.